Hello wrestling fans, and if we're allegedly on the air because YouTube has changed, welcome to the Supla. I am Andy Quan, and with me as always is Sam Brooks.
Why do I get the feeling I'm going to hear the word allegedly a lot throughout the next hour?
Oh, something to do with pictures?
Ooh, interesting. But who else do we have with us today?
Well, we also have the man they call Keelan Boulderson.
Hello there.
He's a man called Key.
Interesting. But who else do we have? And he has a cold one, apparently.
He has a cold brewski.
We can hear the shuffling of the ice cubes.
I have a Budweiser.
Ooh, Budweiser.
I have a Coca-Cola because I'm trying to not drink as much during this great...
apart from all that sugar and caffeine.
Trying to be healthy.
Yes. I mean, I'm trying.
I didn't think there's never a better time than now to become a bit of an alcoholic. That was my theory. I've gone through a lot of alcohol over the past how many weeks? I don't know. I don't know what year it is.
I'm pretty sure this is week 6, but it could also be week 50 million. It could be week 2. We honestly have no idea. The concept of time was thrown out the window a little while ago.
I mean,
and what's worse is I still have university deadlines, so...
Wait. So have they not, like, just gone, you know what, just have a degree. Just screw it. Just have this degree.
What they've done is given us this convoluted thing called a safety net, which no one even understands because it's that complex. But basically what they're trying to say is, if you fuck it all up from now on, we'll just give you the grades that you were getting to begin with, and we'll ignore everything that happened during lockdown.
So the point in this is what?
I don't know. That no one from this graduating year is going to get a job because we'll all be known as the Corona graduates. Oh, we don't know because they got a free pass.
Like,
I'm getting too real here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've had an occasional Guinness every now and then.
Oh, is that because you're partly Irish? Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, toy, shut up. So,
have you not bought Conor McGregor's whiskey yet, Andy? I thought that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, drink Conor McGregor's whiskey. It'll make you want to punch old people and throw guardrails at buses.
And potentially do things that you can't say other than on Reddit.
Exactly.
Basically, I don't like whiskey, so I just won't. I just won't have whiskey.
No one likes any alcohol. You just drink it.
Yeah, but...
Exactly. Be a man, damn it. Take that shot.
Although Kim did buy me Conor McGregor's shoes. His line of shoes.
Wait, hang on. His actual shoes.
Yeah, Reebok have the line of
stinky shoes. That he's
not
Kim just went up to him and mugged him and took his shoes.
No,
like, here you go. Have his shoes.
No, not his actual shoes.
Who the fuck was that? Who the fuck was that girl?
The fuck are these shoes?
So, no, he's got a line of shoes with Reebok, and she bought me some shoes.
Oh.
I mean, what do they look like?
Well, they're like...
They have a load of horrible tattoos on them.
Oh my god, no. They're just like orange shoes, like at the bottom of the sole.
Why are they orange?
Like round the bottom of the shoe, and then they have, they're like black shoes, but they've got like orange on them.
Well, they're
like running shoes.
I have Habib shoes. Do you know what they are? Bare feet. Because I beat bears up for spare time with no shoes on.
I believe that.
Apparently UFC are doing fights again.
Is that a thing we're talking about today?
No, we probably should. But so UFC are doing like 3 shows in the space of a week. And I think it's starting in a week or 2's time.
Now, in lockdown, I would rather watch that because at least it's real.
Yeah.
It's real, not like that fake shit. What?
Yeah, but not like that extra fake shit.
Right, yeah. Not like the weird, no crowd, fucking Triple H acceptance ceremonies.
Oh, can we discuss that for 2 seconds? Because, good Christ, I don't see the point anymore. Like, it was just
they're doing all of these shows, right? They've got all these storylines going on. Money in the Bank is next weekend, right? And yeah, granted, I'm looking forward to the actual match where they'll be in a fucking building for a majority of it. That's going to be fucking hilarious.
World Wrestling Entertainment. Hello, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be in that famous building. Aleister Black will get a desk chair thrown at his fucking face. It'll be a good laugh for everybody. But
they'll have Ahmed Johnson's theme song for no reason,
right, exactly.
which was the start of Beyond the Mat. Sorry, I'm making weird references.
No, don't worry. I got him. I'm probably the only one who did, but I did get them. Do not worry yourself. The shows they're doing now, the Tamina train, Samoa
What?
Joe, whatever he's doing. Yeah, Tamina's getting a push for some reason.
The train.
Tamina train.
Choo-choo.
It's got
Tamina hype train.
It's got no passengers on it, so what's the point?
It's got no, it's got no passengers. It's got no brakes. It's just a hurtling machine made of metal.
It's HS2.
Basically, the fucking shows that WWE are doing now are cringeworthy, and I can't watch any of it because it's bad. It's really bad, and I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
Because apparently Vince...
Oddly, I can't go back and watch the old stuff either. I've just sort of... I feel like I'm in this mindset where the world is in apocalypse and everything remotely normal just seems pointless. So I'm like, I'm going to watch a film about pandemics.
Oh god, I've been watching The Walking Dead with Kim.
Why?
And,
Why the fuck would you do that to yourself?
The first few seasons are amazing, and so are the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead, where it does it from the LA perspective. But then when you get to like season 5 of both, it's just like, yeah, this is shit.
Like it's good, but there's bits of it where I'm just like, I don't know if I'm spoiling things, but it's at least a few years old, so I don't think I am.
Just go for it.
Like the saviors are just, they're just.
See, now I used to watch
just
Walking Dead,
just
right?
dickheads.
I used to watch it until I think I dropped off at the end of season 3, right? I paid attention to what happened in season 4.
Uh-huh.
But then I got lost when there was a priest. I think his name was Bob.
No,
Yeah.
the priest.
Cannibals. That's
Okay,
when
so-
I fell off.
No,
like
so-
I know nothing beyond that.
That wasn't too bad though. So the priest's name is Gabriel, and so they
Oh,
decide to like hang out in this church. But then these cannibal people come along, and they're basically just, I mean, they eat people, so I mean that's sort of the gimmick, and they kill all the
Everything's a gimmick.
well they kill the people that eat other people, and then but then I think they burn the church down or something. Oh no, it gets overrun by zombies. That's it.
Oh,
So then-
really?
Oh, really?
What a fucking change of pace! Oh.
So then they go on to then decide, all right, we're just gonna have to keep walking till we find somewhere, and that's sort of how that season sort of ends.
It's not just the same shit repeated over and over.
Well, that's what I said to Kim, and she wasn't particularly happy when I pointed that out. I was like,
Well, you have a group that loses some key members. They walk until they find a place. The place is great. Then the place is not great because, oh no, it's zombies. Who would have thought?
but
And
now
rinse and repeat.
the bit that's interesting now is I'm at season 6, I think, and basically it's not the zombies that are the problem, it's people.
Oh, really? Oh,
The people
what a
are
new
really the
idea.
evil ones. What
Like-
an allegory.
But literally, like the saviors, this group of people that basically have blackmailed every single other like civilization that exists left. Like there was this episode I've just been watching with Kim before this, and like literally, they just put in a car playing loud music and fires and just set off fires everywhere, so these zombies just come in.
Oh,
But
it's
the
like
idea-
Northern Ireland.
Jesus. So
It's a
basically,
documentary, actually.
ooh. And then basically what happens is, well, the idea of these saviors is they just pillage and take half of everything. So like if they grow
That
crops,
doesn't sound
they
like
take...
something a savior would do.
I
That sounds
know.
like the opposite of saving
They only take
something.
half the loot. This is a really bad RPG.
And then like, but the weirdest part about this is, if this entire civilization turns into zombies, they can't get any food. They can't get anything. What is the point in being dickheads? They're just being dickheads for the sake of being dickheads. It doesn't make any sense.
It's called fear.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
but
That's why
Fear,
people.
The
That's
Walking
why
Dead.
everyone's got stacks of bog rolls right now in real life.
then they've just introduced this baddie, and I can't remember. I think it's Negan or something. But
Oh yeah,
basically,
the famous fella with the bat. Yeah. I know
yeah,
him.
and he's just got Lucille the bat or something.
Is he like the dreadlock guy that looks like he should be Rob Zombie but isn't?
No, that is King Ezekiel, who's literally... This is where I think it's starting to go wrong. So they've introduced a new character called King Ezekiel, and he pretends that his civilization is now like a kingdom. Like, it's literally like a medieval type of thing. But then the guy has, like, a tiger for some reason. And I'm like...
Oh, they're playing off the fucking Tiger King bollocks.
No, this was like 3 years ago they brought this out.
Fuck Carol Baskin.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to stay with it for the sake of...
I turned the main series off when they all ended up stuck in this weird shipping container, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
But if you just tuned in to The Talking Dead, not The Super...
Sorry, it's more interesting than watching Raw. What do you want me to do?
The problem with that program is they all start out amazing because it sees how society collapses and everyone has some anxieties related to that. And what do you know? They're all kind of coming out right now. But once they get a few seasons in, it just turns into a soap opera where, like, even like Barry can just like kill a zombie like that, and it's all the threat of zombies and not that serious anymore, and it just becomes about a bunch of fucking morons.
I think the problem it has as well is it gets to a certain point where, oh, there's zombies, but they're not like 28 Days Later zombies where they run around and shit. They're just dumb vegetable people. It just doesn't like. And the bit where they're like, everyone is infected. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, at that point,
it's just like in real life. How contemporary.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, we got fucking some headlines, ain't we? We got some juice this week, fellas.
The wrestling.
We got some fucking corkers right here that we got to fucking deal with, ain't we?
Yes, we do, as I completely remove my script. Good job, Andrew, you moron.
Brilliant. While you find the script, how about I go for our chats? How about I look at our chat room?
This is completely unscripted and see, I can't talk, so it's unscripted.
Careful, Goldberg's going off the script. He's telling everyone that it's not on the script. It's on script. Antonio, Stussy, Super Chasney, Bear. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Supla. Super Chasney says,
hello.
I miss the video shows. You used to get to see the Seth Rollins haircuts. Ha ha ha. That was 6 years ago. You're still making the same jokes. I appreciate that.
Hair does not exist.
No, we love consistency amongst our viewers. It's really good. Stussy has said, WWE missed their chance to just show some classic Triple H matches for an episode. Yes, as we know, the 25th anniversary of Triple H, the concept, I suppose, has just come and gone.
Okay. What are some classic Triple H matches? I'll go with the pig pen match, the
Katie Vick angle.
Okay, I know y'all are being facetious here, but are we actually going to throw out some actual matches?
Yeah, like Undertaker.
I guess the series with Shawn Michaels was pretty good.
His match with Scott Steiner.
The complete burial of everyone that came from WCW.
Yes. But in 2008, when I joined, he was having good matches with Edge, Jeff Hardy, that Russian guy.
Vladimir Kozlov. My name is Kozlov.
It's just Opeg.
It's only Oleg.
Daniel Bryan, when it all actually played out in the end, and all the
Mick
fucking
Foley.
annoying people.
Yes.
Undertaker from 17, not the newer ones.
The Rock,
the
back
Rock,
in the day,
Intercontinental title, yes. Yeah. Oh, he's had a good career. We should have done it. We should have fucking run the tribute night, just listing off his various matches. That would have been great. But yeah, no, they had that this past week, and yeah, cool. That was what SmackDown was.
Liam is here, but he's turned his video on because
he's fapping.
Oh no! I don't need to see that.
Oh, I saw something there you weren't meant to. I'm on my phone, so I didn't know how it worked on my phone, and now I know how it works on my phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, he now knows how everything works. It's Liam Dunn.
So, there you go.
Liam, how long have you been doing this podcast for?
I've been doing it on my fucking phone that long, mate.
He's only been in the call for like 30 seconds.
To be fair, he quit, so is this still his podcast?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, everyone's still locked up, so I thought, why not join my friends?
I guess that
They're all
changes
busy,
the
so I joined
rules.
you guys.
Well, brilliant. But how about we just move on to our first headline? The headline everyone wants us to talk about, I'm assuming.
Okay, so our first headline is the WWE 2K21 video game has been officially cancelled in a press release by 2K themselves. So I'm going to read just snippets of this because it's cringeworthy because they use 87 wrestling references. So here we go. Let's begin with a surprise. We got 2 words for you. Stop it. New game.
Turns out fair play.
Most educated feet to good use.
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean king. Yeah, I actually was playing those games just recently. The commentary is actually not as bad as I thought it would be, but they do say that over and over again.
They've now morphed the game into a bicycle simulator.
No, I wish they did. Instead, they are introducing 2K Battlegrounds, a completely new WWE gaming experience that will feature arcade-style action and over-the-top superstar designs, environments, and moves. We're focusing on the social pick-up and play fun, but with the plenty of depth for those who want to get way into it. Whether you're a casual gamer...
No idea what you just said. Something about getting laid into it.
Okay.
Something about pick up and play. Pick up a penguin?
Basically, the game is being developed by Saber Interactive, the studio behind NBA 2K Playgrounds. It's scheduled to launch this fall, which is autumn, if you don't live in America. And we look forward to sharing more information about the game in the coming months. They've also... in additional news, heard requests to keep WWE 2K19 servers running and will remain active for the time being.
God, I'm so glad.
What about the other servers, like for the latest game?
Yeah, they're shutting down the 2K20 server, but 2K19, they're keeping that up.
So 2K20, they say that they've heard and appreciated feedback. Obviously, they haven't because they haven't fixed it. And
you've got to think at this point though, it's unfixable. The game's fucked. It's so fucked.
It's broken. I
so
play it
broken.
every single day.
Wait. It's so broken that no amount of patching can fix this turd.
Yeah, I mean,
I've not even got it. I've never laid hands on 2K20, and you know what?
Don't.
I feel pure at heart because of
yeah,
that.
I do. I never bought it. Like, even when it was like 60% off, I was like, even if you offered me it for 1 penny, you can fuck right off. I am not buying that game.
Was it the one I played eventually with like the weird duo story with the girl and the guy? And
20.
Yeah, best 20.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing I think that's pissed everyone off. Aside from the fact that they charged $60 for a full retail game, right? And it was broken. It should never have been released in that
The
state.
deluxe edition was 80.
Right? But here's the other thing. Not only did they release a broken game at full price, they also had the audacity to charge for 4 DLC packs. Now, there's one other game that comes to mind when I think of something that has such bad PR, and that's Assassin's Creed Unity, right? Anyone know of this game?
Nope.
I've heard of a shit show with that one.
That was basically... And you know what's funny? It wasn't as broken as what 2K20 is. And you know what Ubisoft did? And I never thought I'd fucking commend Ubisoft on something. But you know what they did?
What
For
did they
that
do?
game, I believe they gave all the DLC out for free to everyone.
You should have done that for this! Would have saved us a lot of money making Brawl, but no!
To be fair, a lot of gaming recently has just become very annoying. Like, I just bought Resident Evil 3. All they've really done has plonked it in the same system as Resident Evil 2. I know they're set in the same cities, like the original games were, but they've just added nothing to it, and you can complete the game in about an hour, and it's just like, why did you release this game?
Because money, Keelan.
Yeah.
As Shane McMahon would say, here comes the money! Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Well,
I
speaking of
remember
money,
him saying that.
speaking of money that they won't be getting, they've also announced that they are extending the production timeline in terms of having a WWE 2K simulation game, and will not be releasing a WWE 2K simulation game in 2020. T2 fiscal year 2021.
Why? It would be so easy because they wouldn't have to have all that extra crowd.
Well, here's the thing.
Could you patch out the crowd and it would be better?
Like,
And
it's
half-
the crowd that always slows down my graphics card. It's like I have to turn the crowd down to like 20, so just delete the whole fucking crowd. It'll be more
No
realistic
mercy
anyway.
style crowd.
And also,
Make it realistic.
they don't need half the roster anymore either, so voila.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? I think it's not Corey Ledesma, but it was another guy who worked on the WWE games. He
Oh,
wrote the
God.
Road to WrestleManias. What's his name?
Ah, fuck, what is his name?
It's not Corey Ledesma, but everyone knows what I'm talking about.
It's Joe, is it Joe something?
Derek,
Joe.
Barry, Tower.
His name's Jeff.
My
His
name
name's
is-
Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
So he basically he was the one who broke the news that 2K21 is cancelled. He broke it, it picked up steam, and then shortly after that it became official. So he's obviously got an insider knowledge. And from what this guy said on his YouTube channel, he said that actually 2K was going to push ahead with 2K21. They were not really, from what he said, they weren't even really going to do too much different. It was basically going to be the same game, just try and fix the bugs that they had. They were going to release a game. I never thought I'd be thankful for COVID, but fucking hell, if that hadn't come along, we'd have been getting another shit game in another fucking few months.
I think that would have completely killed the franchise off, completely. If they do another game that's absolutely terrible, that would have been just it. The other thing to note is this is actually the first time since 1997 that a WWE video game will not be coming out. Because every year a game has come out. Not necessarily by 2K or THQ. I think Acclaim did a couple of them beforehand.
Well, you're technically wrong because of the Battlegrounds. That will be coming out this year.
Oh, okay. Well, oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That game.
Who among here has actually seen the fucking, the trailer for Battlegrounds, first of all? Because I want to talk about this.
It's the stuff of nightmares.
It's got
I kind of like
Jesus Christ.
cartooniness, like something a bit different.
Keelan,
Really
holy Christ, what happened? Your head, you just blew up my ears.
Did you just try to swallow the microphone?
It's really far away from me.
It's really loud.
Good Lord, that was the loudest thing I've ever heard come through my ears in all my life.
He's like, no, you're fine now.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks shit. Like, it looks really fucking. It looks so bad. Everyone looks like a. Hang on. Everyone looks like a fucking midget that's been upscaled, right? The bodily proportions are out of whack completely. It's like they tried to do fucking All-Stars, but they just made it somehow worse. Like, it doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, but something like that can be fun if you're not looking for an exact simulator.
Well, no, I'm not looking for an exact simulator, but if you're gonna go fucking in the balls to the walls crazy, actually go fucking crazy. Don't go fucking Uncanny Valley, Polar Express fucking Charlotte Flair.
I didn't even
Wow,
know.
wow, I don't even know what that meant, but wow.
Wait, you never seen Polar Express?
No.
Fucking shitty movie. Everyone looks like a fucking ghost,
What-
robot, dead person.
What were you going to say, Liam?
I didn't even know that was Charlotte Flair in the trailer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Genuinely didn't. But and the thing is there's also Smack Talks. It's fair to credit people. Smack Talks also revealed that there's been a leak of some of the game designs and concepts, including an electrified fence, which Vince Russo, I'm sure, is going to be like, hang on, that was not a cartoon world. That actually happened in TNA, and I want my royalties for that.
I mean,
What I really want is for all of the game modes to just be various TNA matches and for the game to be marketed as so ludicrous, no real wrestling company would ever dream of doing these.
that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
What I really want is an updated mod for the Matt Dickey games Wrestling Empire and Wrestling Encore, which are pretty obscure games. But you could literally lose limbs and then the rest of your career you'd just be hobbling on one leg.
Sounds like a game Andy would make.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just love extreme wrestling, and in my game, Derek will lose a leg and hop around for the rest of his career.
Well, speaking of which,
it'd be funny if they didn't have legs and arms.
No wrestling, no legs.
What? Jesus, what? Anyway, I am doing an EWR episode tomorrow as well. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, yay. Back to Andy's garden wrestling. How will you fuck it up this time?
Oh, I cheated.
Hi, is Zach Gowan? Is he still around?
I don't think he... Well, is it 1998, so I don't even think he was a thing back then.
Do a leg on a pole
Like
match.
10.
I don't think I can. So yeah, I'm willing to give this game a chance just to see how...
Shit it is.
Well... I don't,
Well,
I'm
here's the way
not
of
going to
telling,
buy it
right?
straight
Here's the
away
way
because
of
it'd be like
telling-
60 quid and I can't be...
Well, no, yeah, but here's the way of telling whether it's actually going to have, like, actual decent care put into it. If they're going to show things before the release. Because with 2K20, before it was released, they didn't show shit. And you can probably tell why they didn't show shit. Because if they did, no one would have bought it. So if they actually give actual fucking press releases with good footage and game modes and everything, if they give more details... That's how you know it's actually going to be worth buying.
And
Well, to be fair, we've got a trailer, and I mean, 2K20 didn't come out with the trailer until like what, a month before its release.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky Lynch fell through the ceiling.
Yeah,
That was the
so
trailer.
was that even? I don't even know if that was an actual proper trailer. I think it was just a live action trailer with no footage from the game.
It
We're
didn't even
actually-
have footage from the game. It didn't even have that. Fuck that.
I think...
So at least
Oh,
at
go
least
on.
we've got a trailer with footage and an alligator, which John Cena forgets. The thing is, look, I'm going to be honest. There's people, I think you fall in one or two camps, okay? Because there's some people that I've seen, some of the big YouTubers, wrestling YouTubers, who are like, oh my God, I can't wait. I fucking loved All Stars. And I really wanted just an arcade wrestling game, and this is going to be amazing. I am not in that crowd. I'm sorry. I prefer a simulation. I prefer the idea of making a wrestler, putting them into, like with universe mode, putting them into a federation that I make and seeing them and booking it and treating it like it's a real thing.
That sounds like something we do right now, almost.
I don't like being like, I want to throw people into alligators and fall. Oh my
fucking god! Jesus Christ, Keelan! You're killing me, man! Fucking hell. Microphone, buddy.
Keelan, what were you going to say before you got swallowed into...
Oh, we're losing him. Losing him to ether.
I
just love EWR.
There we go with that bit. The thing is, I'm in the camp of, I think this is going to be good, even if it's just a break from the norm, because I don't know, there was not a lot of difference between 18 and 19, and obviously 20 there was a difference.
I liked 19 because I at least I had a fucking career mode.
At least it worked.
Yeah, 19 is actually one of the better games we've had from them in the past couple of years, I gotta say.
Yeah, and
it worked.
But the thing is as well, like, as long as it's as long as they can fix 2K22, would that be the next one that comes out?
Oh god, it's gonna be 2K20 fucking 2.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
As long as they can fix that, then I don't care. Because the other thing is as well about this game is it's actually being developed by Saber Interactive, which is the studio that do the NBA 2K cartoony games. So it's done by a different developer and not by Visual Concepts. So as long as it's got nothing to do with Visual Concepts, I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm willing to give it a chance on that basis alone, because I do not trust Visual Concepts to create a video game that doesn't involve somebody's face melting into their body.
Why?
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Well, here's an idea, right? Here's...
Obviously, I'm not a coder or a game developer, but...
But what?
But what are you?
But what are you?
What are you?
Yeah,
We must know!
This is awful. Alright,
All
here's
right,
an idea.
should
Here's an idea
should
of
I
what
just...
I think we should do, right?
I'm gonna
Here's
kick him
something that I think we should do. If what is it? Battlegrounds? What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. What is it called?
Super Brawl Saturday?
I don't know. But this weird fucking troll doll simulator game they're bringing out, right? If it's cheap, I might get it and just create our most cartoonish characters. Like, I'll make Dragon, I'll make Derek, I'll make Horse, I'll make some weird fucking shit. See if it's good. Get some hands-on experience. Would anyone be interested?
Yeah, I think that'd be good, just for the...
I'm
just
going to
for the
go
shits
sit
and gigs.
right next to the router.
Okay, good idea, because I was going to kick you out the call and then add you back in.
I've got a bad signal, so now I'm sitting here, and my mum and sister look very confused.
That's fine, let them on the show. What did they think about 2K22?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough.
Alright, what else? What else we got?
What else have we got? Well, there's a gentleman by the name of Velveteen Dream.
Oh,
Velveteen twat.
The teen part of that name really is really appropriate now, isn't it? Velveteen.
You know it starts with a V, right?
Oh dear. So Velveteen Dream, real name Patrick Clark, issued a statement denying an allegation of inappropriate behaviour that was made against him.
Wait. What's his real name?
Patrick Clark.
Oh.
Is this Velveteen Dream?
Really,
this is
really
Patrick.
weird. I thought you called him like Patrick Far or Patrick Dark or something weird like that.
No, Clark, Clark, C-L-A-R-K, and he says in a statement, "Be assured that I did not communicate inappropriately with anyone. A private photo of mine was shared without my consent or knowledge, and I'm working with a third party to look into this matter." The allegation...
Hang on. What about the fucking voice messages?
Well, let's get the story out first.
Okay.
Like, what is he responding to? You just read out his statement. We don't know what he's talking about.
So
What's he talking about?
the allegation surfaced when a Reddit user claimed that Velveteen Dream was sending them and their friends messages of a sexual nature through Instagram direct messages. Don't be sliding into those DMs. The Reddit user posted a censored screenshot of a nude picture that Dream allegedly sent to them and claimed that Dream blocked them after they
Did you look at it?
after they wouldn't send him a nude picture back. The Reddit user wrote...
Did you look at it though?
Well, I saw the edited one that was posted onto Reddit.
Okay.
I don't know how. Anyway,
Why do you sound disappointed that he saw only the edited version?
I'm just
You see
saying,
his
like,
penis?
how do you
Have you seen his big black cock?
Oh my god! I was completely taken back.
Have you seen the big black cock, Andrew?
No.
Have you seen the Dreams BBC?
Jesus Christ! I thought that was a TV station.
Have you?
No, I haven't seen his winky. No.
Call it Winky. For fuck's sake, Andrew. You're what? You're 30 years old. How old are you? Call it Winky.
I haven't seen his giant schlong. All right, fuck, Jesus Christ. So, a brief audio clip that was allegedly sent to Dream was also posted to Reddit. WWE hasn't commented on the situation. On NXT, the company has been building to Dream challenging Adam Cole for the NXT title. He pinned Cole in a tag team match in the main event of this week's episode of NXT.
So let's just take a look at this, alright? Let's just take a look at the series of events, okay? You, Andrew, let's do a bit of roleplay, shall we? What?
I was drinking a Coke and I wasn't expecting to do some sort
That's how he does role play, apparently.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
right.
them
You're
off
not
the
meant to
trip.
be,
Alright.
be gargling on something just yet.
Oh, sorry.
I like
Pizza.
to dress up as a can of Dr. Pepper.
I'm sorry, what, Keelan?
Alright. Please, for the love of God, work with me here.
Okay, we're okay.
So, you are a 16-year-old girl, okay?
Hello.
Yep. Brilliant. This is the skill of your acting. I love it. You are a Velveteen Dream fan.
I just love Velveteen Dream.
And you like to talk to wrestlers because it makes you feel all special.
I'm special.
Like back,
Yes, you are.
like back in the day when everyone had MSN and they had fake wrestler MSN things where people used to talk to them. That was a thing. There you go. Some
Yeah.
historical perspective.
I'm talking to Steve Austin on MSN, yeah, sending him pokes.
What the hell is an MSN?
Okay, sorry, 16-year-old Andrew Kwan, who is a girl who has a Velveteen Dream mark, yeah?
Yes.
How the
So-
fuck did that work?
slide into the DMs, yeah?
Yes, I'm in DMs.
And he sends you an audio message that is like, what school do you go to?
I go to a school.
You don't have to answer the question.
Very high.
I go to Derek and Barry School of Cheese. I don't know.
What a horrible school, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's really good. You
Is
can go.
this exactly how it happened?
Oh,
I feel
probably not, but just
I feel
run
like
with it.
steps were missed.
I'm
This is
trying
not
to
realistic.
craft a story here, and you're all just shitting on it.
Stassi in the chat says apparently it was actually boys that he was messaging.
Okay, pretend that you're a 16-year-old boy.
Hello. Hello.
Why is your voice deeper than how you are at 30?
Hello.
Who slid into the DMs first?
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, so
Can we just
Velveteen Dream
get to the
fan,
point?
a Velveteen Dream
What's
fan
wrong?
is speaking to the Velveteen Dream
Hello.
Patrick on fucking Instagram,
How are
and he
you?
sends an audio. Shut up! And he sends an audio asking what school you go to, and then all of a sudden you're seeing his wiener, and it's really bad because you're 16. Here's how the two crowds are formed. All right, the sea is parted. You got two halves. On one half, Velveteen Dream is an ephebophile. Big word, look it up. He likes sending risque photos to underage people. That's bad. But then you have the other half of the camp who think he was hacked, someone stole his voice, and someone stole his penis, and they sent it to him without any fucking correlation with the Dream himself.
There's different levels to that version of opinion.
Okay.
I feel like you lie on that side of the opinion, so how about
I
you?
don't necessarily lie on that side of the opinion. I just think that a police investigation will be more important to the ending of this story than some random people on Twitter who think they know all the facts. Like police can get hold of phone records. They know where towers are and where the signals come from. They know who actually spoke to who. They've got phone logs. They know all of these things. We just have weird screenshots and voice messages that people have decided to edit and put on Twitter and blah, blah, blah.
Here's the thing, you can't edit a voice message.
Of course you can.
No, what are you saying, Keelan?
You
You're
can
saying
take
they took his
out
voice, they
the
deep
precise
faked his
thing.
voice.
So what did he say before that and after that and the 5 minutes prior to that? I'm not saying like what he said was the best thing in the world, but there's context to things.
Yes,
I'm playing devil's advocate to a degree. I think he
I
pretty
know.
much seems like a scumbag, but
no.
you've got to think.
Well, it's more of the fact that, this is Velveteen Dream, all right? He's a young guy, younger than all of us, and he is positioned to be one of the biggest players of the company in the future. Great wrestler, great gimmick, we all like him. We don't want him to be on the sex register. That's what it boils down to for a lot of people. They don't want to see him on a list, all right?
I mean,
They're
at
going
the
to play
least,
devil's advocate, they're going to
well,
jump
at the
over
least he's playing with fire. Like, just don't do any of that. Don't even put pictures out. Just turn all that shit off and get on with your job.
Well, sort of speaking of that, Jim Cornette had a few things to say,
Oh,
didn't he?
Christ's sake. I don't give a shit what he had to say. I really don't.
Can we talk about it, though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
alright,
you
fine.
listen to him. I've heard it. I've
No.
heard it, Andrew. I've heard it.
Okay. What does the man with the tennis racket have to say?
So the man with the tennis racket, the artist formerly known as Jimathan Cornette, has said the following. Basically, I'm gonna paraphrase what he said, right? Because he likes to talk in roundabout ways and repeat words in every sentence, right? He basically said, back in the old days, all of the wrestlers used to hide their tracks really well when they sent photos to minors and did really dodgy shit.
Wow.
So how about the people of the modern era use burner phones and pay phones and not use their own personal shit? At least in the olden days, they covered it up better.
How about this? How about this?
Okay. I listen to Jim Cornette a lot. He gets a lot of heat for good things, gets a lot of heat for bad things, but I feel like, and I guarantee if you play a clip of what you just said, he was saying that in a comedic way. I guarantee that.
But was it funny, though?
Well, some people have dark sense
Look,
of
I
humor.
think at the end of the day, don't fuck kids.
That's the
Yeah.
moral of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
story.
yeah. Don't be a nonce. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, like, I just hate Jim. I
hate going to the gym, or you hate the gym culture?
I hate Cornette. Like, it's
right.
his
You hate cornettos? What's wrong with you? It's ice
We
cream.
love mints.
The point is, I mean, this is very problematic at a time when WWE is not exactly in the greatest position at the minute.
Oh, they don't care.
Well, you say that. When the Enzo shit happened, and that had a lot of less...
Yeah, but they also
hardcore
hated
proof than
Enzo
this.
at the same time.
Yeah, everyone hates Enzo. It's a universal constant.
Double standards.
I know. It's a whole thing where it's like, if a WWE...
Jimmy Snooker gets a briefcase and...
Jimmy Snooker? Jimmy Snooker? Who's Jimmy Snooker? Is he
That's his
related
name.
to Jimmy Poole? Related to Jimmy Billiards?
That's how British people say Jimmy Snooker.
Okay, at least you can say scallops.
I could say scallops.
Escalopes.
Oh, I wish I never sent those videos to you people now.
Escalopes sent
It's
by
not a
Eskimos on the escalators.
Moving on. So, speaking of things that are going to put WWE in hot water, company shareholders have filed a lawsuit.
I felt like we didn't finish the conversation, but...
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
we did. He's just trying to deflect when we're making fun of him. No.
Okay, right. Okay, basically, he is a scumbag. Is that it? That's the end of that one.
Well, I mean, it's circumstantial at this point. I wanna agree with some of what Keelan's saying. Like, there's no further evidence at this point, but you can't just ignore what's already been presented, right? If there was no smoke without fire, right? That's the saying?
Yeah.
That is the saying, yes.
Right. So, unless some weird, evil, malevolent hacker has stolen his voice and stolen his penis and is trying to
Here's
ruin
the
his
thing.
life.
It's not always. It doesn't necessarily even have to be a hacker. It's just maybe someone leaked an image. Then
Okay,
from
but
then
here's-
on,
here's-
you can
here's
make
the
a
thing,
load
right?
of
This
shit
is-
up.
No, okay, I see where Keelan's coming from, but I'm just gonna just throw this out there, right? Let's say that somebody could hack into his account, and somebody could edit a voice clip and send it to a mine, right? Let's say that's possible. Let's say that can be done. Why would they use Velveteen Dream for that? Why not go for someone else? Why not go for someone whose career you can really fuck up, as opposed to a guy in NXT? You could fucking do that to Seth
Maybe
Rollins,
someone
you could do
hates.
it to
Maybe
Drew
someone
McIntyre.
hates him.
You could do that to bigger people and it would have a bigger impact. Drew McIntyre's a WWE champion. You're not telling me that's a juicier fish to go after if that was the case.
I would love to hear the voice message if it was fucking Drew McIntyre.
Oh, I drop your knickers.
Oh, what school do you go to, laddie?
Would you like to see my haggis? Like,
I feel like a Scottish accent is harder to fake if it's a fake accent.
wait, hi laddie, how you doing?
Oh, dick pics. Oh, minors.
I can't. I am. I don't know. Okay, at this point, I don't know.
Let's take a point to read the chat, all right?
Okay.
We've had some comments here. Antonio says, Keelan sounds like he should be Benson's new partner on Law and Order SVU. Yeah, whenever we have anything like this, it's always good to go to Keelan for the legal side.
I'll take that as a compliment, but I've never watched Law and Order, so
It means that you're well-cultured. You're well-read.
okay. Thank you very
More
much.
so
sir.
than us.
Yeah, more so than the rest of us, which isn't hard.
Speak of
And
yourself.
everyone's basically just saying how they don't like Jim Cornette or Vince Russo. Yeah.
I was writing an article for our website, right? And I think it's crap, so I'm going to do a different one.
Wow. So much for
Andy's
journalistic
going through-
integrity.
Andy's going through lockdown creativity loops where it's like, I'm going to start this, no. I'm going to start this, no.
Yeah, no, that's literally what I've been doing. The only thing that's been successful so far is EWR, and that's literally it. Like, I've been like, I want
Then you're
to...
fucking up the
love
company
it,
every show.
But the thing is, okay, I want to write an article on Cornette and Russo and why they're both idiots. So I might just do that. Watch this
I feel
space.
like that's low-hanging fruit. That's
I
just
don't-
pandering.
That's not pandering.
No, actually do that. No. Pandering for clicks. Let's be a clickbait site. Do it.
Perfect. It works for
You'll never believe what this small boy has to say about Jim Cornetto.
click the next 7 pages to find out why.
Number 5 will fuck your mum.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you today? Sam, what is wrong with you?
That's what they do. That's how the clickbait works. They say random things to get you to click.
They're very specific clickbait, maybe.
I'm normally the one that makes weird sexual innuendos. Like, so far in this episode, you're like, big black cock, and now you're like, fuck your mum. Like, what is wrong with you today?
Look, he's got cabin fever. He's not been able to have his usual outlets, so...
It's that.
There you go.
Anyway, the point is, there's probably more to this Velveteen Dream thing, so we'll keep everybody posted. But
there always is more to these things, so
and
let's just see how it plays out.
Release statements. We're always going to release statements saying, "I did not have sexual relations with The Rock." They're always going to.
I will say, the worst ever defense is I was hacked, because that really doesn't happen that often.
Remember all those times that Kurt Angle?
Yeah, I
got
was gonna say, like
Every single time.
No. Kurt Angle just got high and forgot what he wrote.
like
Exactly.
I stalked Raka Khan. I was hacked.
I'm gonna start an EWR game and make her the world champ.
I just love playing. See, it's working. Brendan in the chat goes, I zoned out, and all I heard was Andy yelling "big black cock" through my television. That's the kind of content that we provide here on
This
the
is
Supla.
what the Supla is for.
That's what we do here.
At least he's committed enough to put it on his television.
Exactly, what a guy. So speaking of committed, company shareholders have filed a lawsuit against WWE. Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and The Game, Triple H, amongst
Lipple
those...
H.
Ripple-
Lipple H. Who's Lipple H?
Nipple hate. Nipples.
Are the ones who have been accused. Heel by Nature, who I just don't watch him, watch us instead, are reporting that WWE shareholders Ryan Merholz and Melvin Klein have filed a lawsuit.
Stop making names up.
This is real.
Melvin Merholz.
And Derby
David Barry Airbow Smith.
Escalopes. They so many inside references. They filled a lawsuit. They filled it up with what? I don't know. Sam's big
Cabbage.
black fucking
They
cock.
filled it with cabbage.
Filed a lawsuit against WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and other executives, including Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, not to be confused with anyone else.
That's Liberal H.
Wait. Did they file a lawsuit against Triple H?
Yes.
Or Paul Levesque?
It just says Triple H.
Well, that lawsuit has failed.
Stuart Goldfarb, Frank Riddick III.
That's not a name.
Manjeet Singh. Jeffrey.
Man, dude, and dude, man.
Dude, man, and man, dude. Attorneys at law.
Wait. Jeffrey Speed.
What?
This is a person.
These are not real names.
Is this case?
No, I'm reading it.
Elvin Murdeep, Jeffrey Goldfarb. What are these names?
Lorraine.
Steinberg.
Please, I'm not finished. Lorraine Ong. Robin Peterson. Alan Wexler. And former co-president George Barrios. The 44-page lawsuit.
Okay, that's the only one that's a real name I've ever heard of. But...
George Derekos.
The 44-page lawsuit.
Wuhan Look Batman.
The 44-page lawsuit. Oh, tablet, what are you doing, you fucking stupid...
I'm confused. You've been talking for like 5 minutes and I don't know what
Is anyone
what's the lawsuit about.
trust us when we're talking about a lawsuit?
Wait. So
They're your legal advice on the Supla.
I was going to tell you what it's about. So the lawsuit claims that these executives and top-tier management figures took actions without the best interests of the shareholders in mind. It also alleges that WWE made false statements and failed to disclose adverse facts known to them about the company. Other terminology used was breach of fiduciary duties, waste of corporate assets, unjust enrichment, misleading investing public regarding WWE businesses and prospects, and artificially inflating the price of WWE securities. That's not all.
It's almost like you shouldn't invest in a company that's based off lying to the whole population.
Yeah, they're just mad that kayfabe isn't real. That's all it is.
The lawsuit further claims that WWE permitted certain senior executives of WWE to sell more than $282 million worth of their own personally held shares of company stock at inflated prices. That has caused damages to the company as a result, including initiation of a proposed class action for securities fraud.
If they sold them at inflated prices, how were the prices inflated? Based on what?
You know, I'm gonna be bold here.
Too difficult a question.
I'm gonna be bold here, and I'm gonna say that none of us know what the fuck half of these words even mean. Like, are we lawyers? Are we on a legal thing?
Are we saying the prices were artificially inflated because WWE lied about how wealthy the company was at a certain point?
I think that's what they're saying.
That would be fraud.
That's what it sounds like to me, but I don't. I mean, the point is the fact they're getting sued by people who own, like, technically we could own shares in WWE. So the point is that they are technically suing WWE. If you add to this that the former XFL commissioner, Oliver Luck, is suing for...
Yes. Oh no, that was last time.
Yeah, so Oliver Luck, who is the former XFL commissioner, he's currently suing Vince McMahon for wrongful termination. So this is 2 lawsuits. Fairly big ones, I would imagine. At a time when they have to release people.
Is it all just pandemic related though? Because the amount of lawsuits flying around everywhere is just happening because people are contracted to certain things that just can't happen now because we're all fucking stuck in our houses.
I mean, this is WWE. When has a lawsuit against the WWE actually meant anything? When have they ever lost? When has it ever meant changes to anything?
I mean, they've always at least got about 5 on the go at any given time, so...
I think the thing is, as well, their lawyer appears to be very good, because they seem to have a lot of these, like Keelan says, and they just... whoever sues them just does not win.
Do they still have Jerry McDevitt?
Yes, I do believe that is the fella that is their lawyer.
Yeah, a complete psychopath who's like won all sorts of things against Martha Hart, against fucking all the bad things WWE have ever done. Jerry McDevitt seems to get off with it, so fuck that guy.
Apparently, Stussy in the chat says that they lost to CM Punk. Okay, well, that's fair.
And they lost to Jesse Ventura back in the day as well.
Well, that was like so many decades ago at this point, isn't it? I mean, all I'm saying is, like, all these business like terms and lawsuits and all of that shit, is it actually going to change anything? Is the product going to change? What happens if this goes really bad for WWE? What happens?
I will presume.
Well, they're an essential company right now, so they're in the back pocket of the most powerful people in California and the Trump administration. So
what the fuck then? What's the point? Like, you're going up against God, basically.
No chance! No chance in hell!
No chance in hell. I'm the gamer. Liberal age.
Well,
liberal age.
Didn't Donald
changes his gimmick?
Didn't Donald tweet at Triple H going, "You're a winner" or something, or "Happy birthday"?
You're the gamer.
Yes, he did. He replied.
Do we still love Barbie? Hashtag Barbie.
Wait, what? Donald tweeted the game?
Yeah, he basically.
Like, yes.
Yeah, go on, Liam. You tell the magic story.
Oh, I don't know the full story, but the WWE tweeted, "Oh, Triple H, 25 years in the business, ain't it great? Ain't I great?" I don't know why I did a Jeff Jarrett impression. But,
Bow, bow,
Jeff
bow.
Jarrett.
But yeah, and then Donald, the actual President of the United States, currently facing a health pandemic with over 1 million of his citizens basically dying, decided to tweet back going, "You're a legend. Thumbs up." Like, dude, seriously.
Yeah, there's many things in life that are far more important, and I think, you know...
Don't you have suggestions of injecting yourself with disinfectant? I mean...
You think if Triple H asked Trump, he'd send him some PPE?
Right, no, just send him disinfectant and UV light, clearly.
Here, all you need, mate.
Fish tank cleaner.
Dettol.
Yeah, mate, you know when you do that water spit during your entrance? Do this.
No. He's like, no. You know how you do your water spit very good. I like it. It goes up in the air. So good. The best. What you need to do is swallow the Dettol instead. Is that okay? I have tiny hands, so I don't know if I'm, with my hands, they're really small. Because you're a fucking orange twat. So, yeah.
Wow.
That was a joke. Yeah, I know. So,
Are you okay?
Stroke.
I don't know. I think I've been locked in my house for too long. So, anywho, speaking of people who are now no longer... I can't do segues.
Oh my god, what?
Cain Velasquez has reportedly been...
Cain Velasquez.
Oh my... You know what you did then, Sam?
Cain Velasquez.
Right, Cain Velasquez has reportedly been released from WWE. It looks like WWE's run of releases is not over yet, as it appears that former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez is no longer part of the WWE roster. Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that things are happening and that he has been cut. He's been cut by WWE. Cain, not that Cain, but the MMA Cain, made his debut.
Is that his new gimmick? Demon Cain, Corporate Cain, MMA Cain.
No. Cain Velasquez.
Potentially Mexican Cain.
He made his ring debut for WWE at Crown Jewel in 2009. And he was submitted by...
2009?
2019. What? I don't know. What year is it? Who am I? What is happening? So, basically, last year... At Crown Jewel, he debuted for the WWE in Saudi Arabia. He was submitted by former UFC rival Brock Lesnar in a WWE Championship match that lasted over 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes. And he hasn't appeared on WWE programming or used the tool since. So,
you know what?
There you go.
You say that happened. I have no memory of this whatsoever. When did this
Vince
happen?
was just like... He's tall, he's got MMA skill, but he's got bitch tits, damn it.
Yeah, I remember him showing up on television, actually, and I thought he was just a bigger version of Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son.
Dominic 2.0.
He looks like shit.
Bigger, badder, shitter.
More Mexican.
Less Eddie Guerrero's son.
I get that reference.
I think as well, he actually, it says here that he was looking to actually potentially wrestle in New Japan, because he was in talks with them, and AEW as well.
Well, he's already done the luchador stuff when he was actually pretty damn good doing all that.
Oh yeah,
like he can flip and flop like the luchadors.
He actually made his...
but that doesn't matter because it's UFC, and if you're in UFC, you know what that means when you go to WWE? That's all they'll fucking talk about, and your matches will last like 2 minutes, and you'll wear the shitty fucking gloves, and it won't matter.
Well, he didn't.
And we'll pretend our whole sport is fake just to make someone else look better.
So he made his actual professional wrestling debut last August at Triple Mania in a 6-man tag team match where he teamed up with Cody Rhodes of all people and the Psycho Clown, whoever that is. They defeated...
That's like a brawl character.
Exactly. They defeated the team of Los
Oh, this was a great idea, having you read out fucking Spanish names.
He lost to a weird bull guy, some other guy.
Mercenarios?
What?
And Killer Cross, which I can read.
Oh, Keelan Cruz.
Is Killer Cross in WWE now?
Yeah, he debuted on NXT, and I don't know who he is. Who is he?
So basically,
He's dating Scarlett Bordeaux.
Oh,
He was
the
like
one that's-
the standout from TNA. If anyone out of TNA in the past 5 years did anything, it was that guy.
what's TNA?
Okay. No, do you mean Impact?
Yes, of course. I meant the fucking giant owl company with Cyrus on top of me and Scott Demore. Whatever the fuck. Ken Shamrock wrestling in front of no one, doing flips on his head.
You know what? I haven't watched
Moose,
it in a long time,
Moose
but
going
sometimes
Moose all the time.
I catch glimpses of it, and it's so sad to see what it's become. I mean, deservedly, but do you remember Andy and Keelan when we went to Wembley Arena to go and see?
It was so good when we did that. Everyone was so happy, and the arena was fucking huge, and everyone was packed.
They actually had, I don't know, a crowd.
Yeah,
They had more than
Well, to be fair,
3,000.
no one has a crowd at the moment, so that doesn't really mean anything.
like the one thing I remember from that trip to TNA at Wembley was leaving the arena and going to get food, and it took us forever to find a kebab shop. It literally took us forever to find any.
I got a dodgy kebab.
It was
Wait, so you're telling me the highlight of you going to see TNA at Wembley, as you say?
Oh yeah, Andy was still a nerd at that point, and he still didn't want to be there.
So the highlight of you going
Andy
to a
lined the
wrestling
fuck
show.
out.
no.
Was
Andy
he
was
going to
so
get a kebab?
happy when Scott Steiner showed up.
Oh yeah. That is a. I can say that was because I thought he was dead. I didn't know he even existed still. Because I didn't.
Do you remember our 2-hour conversation at the window at the wrong end of the hotel, thinking we could see when people were arriving when we couldn't? And we spoke for about we spoke for about 2 hours about EWR because we loved EWR back then.
What were you going to say, Liam?
We were convinced that the hotel that we could see that was opposite us was where the TNA stars were staying. For some reason, we were convinced.
The
So
best.
you were basically trying to peep on Rhino, is what you're saying?
The best.
You've given me like an anxiety attack. Don't bring Rhino into it.
He just wants to give another. His fist again. That's all he wants.
Shake his fist. Shake his fist.
Shake his fist.
Shake his fist.
I would be 20% more successful in life if I didn't do that.
Still one of my favourite things in the world.
I wasn't there for that one. That makes me sad. Because that would have been.
That was the year before you.
A year before you existed.
There was a time where I was a better friend of Liam's than yours, Andrew. What a strange universe.
What a strange time.
The other bit I remember from that trip was, we were talking about the window, and we were like, "Oh my god, there isn't a queue. We're gonna be like the only ones in there or something."
That's what I was getting at.
And then we get there, and the queue goes out like into like I don't know a mile down the road, and just like, oh, they're queuing on the other side.
On the other side.
And we didn't leave early because we were talking about EWR.
I just love EW.
We also have drinks. I feel like we had drinks. No,
I
we had drinks.
shh, I was underage.
You didn't have to say that part.
I brought drinks into the arena and just drank them.
Yeah, how did you do
The
that?
police just knocked on Andy's door now. Excuse me, son. Did you have a drink 12 years ago? Underage?
That's not essential, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Right. Guys.
He's probably on our most wanted list.
We arrested this 30-year-old man for having a drink when he was 16.
It's not as bad as when we went to see NXT, as we leave the apartment that we stayed in.
Now, this is true.
This is true, right? So we were supposed to give back a key, right? So we were supposed to give a key back.
Liam, you twat.
And then Liam, he had the key on him as we left.
It was my booking.
And then what makes it even better was he was supposed to send the key back to them. Did you send that key back to the people, Liam? Not to know.
I was in correspondence with that hotel for like 3 weeks, and I was like, my friend will be handing it back when he returns to the city in 2 weeks. Did you ever return to that city, Liam?
I don't even think I went back.
He still has it. Still in
Oh,
his
I do.
house.
I know exactly where it is. I do still have it.
Let's go back.
Can you
Oh my
imagine if I
god.
showed
I was
up
never
now,
charged
5
for it,
years later?
so
Here's
I'll
your
let you
key.
off.
I thought you can tell the story of when Andy made an arse of himself in front of the NXT bus.
Oh god, I was avoiding that one, but you can tell
Bus.
this one.
Oh,
I
no,
don't-
no. I think you need to tell the story, Andy.
Okay, so I got a little bit drunk at NXT.
A little bit.
Oh, is this a story where you like flash
You
your
mean-
ass at Finn Balor?
You mean you
No, I
had
did
2
not.
beers?
Okay, at the time there was a lot of alcohol with me, right? And the thing was, right, I didn't flash my ass. I was doing the Finn Balor thing where he sits on the corner and he puts his arms up in the air, right? I kept
You made
doing.
it sound really bad, but yes.
I kept doing that down the street, and we're walking past the arena, and a bus has pulled out, and I'm still doing it.
Hang on, we need to say, because it wasn't just a fucking mega bus or something. Like, we're talking, it was quite clearly the talent bus.
Because then, as I'm doing this,
I have no memory of this. What was I doing?
were you hammered or something? So basically,
Probably, but
what happened was, right, I'm doing this stupid pose down the street. I see the curtains open. Someone has looked through them, immediately, like, shook the head or something, closed the curtains, and the thing just drives off.
What a fucking mark, Faithful.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Who is this
What's this
guy?
Mark
just
doing down the street?
I just remember you desperate to like go out on a night out in the middle of the week, and it was way past the time where that was even viable.
Oh, we tried to-
walked around.
Nottingham was
We
a
walked
good
around
town,
for
it
a
would have been
while,
fine.
found a pub, and got kicked out within 1 second.
Was this the era of the, you know, the
The
Bong.
streak.
Yeah, probably.
Just say it, the streak.
Yeah, was that time period?
It was, yes.
You were in a weird frame of mind back then, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Jason in the chat says, I have no memory of this. Probably not the best thing to say on the Velveteen Dream episode. Just saying.
I don't know, how did
Well,
we get
as
onto
long
that?
as you're not accusing me of anything other than doing something to a
The pundit boy has no memory of this. Woo.
So the last piece of news is that if you're a WWE superstar and you're willing to leave the company, now might be a good time to ask, because WWE allegedly, according to a new rumor from WrestleVotes, WWE are at a point now where they are willing to grant releases to just about anyone who requests one. And apparently their tweet says, hearing from a few different sources, the WWE is willing to grant a release to just about anyone who requests one. Basically, if a talent wants out, they can go. Will be interesting to see if anyone really wants out, especially at this uncertain time. And also, Gerald Briscoe has been furloughed. So that's a thing.
Imagine if fucking...
So,
Imagine if
Mr.
fucking...
McMahon, I've been furloughed.
What the fuck are you doing?
that's Gerald
His
Briscoe.
accent. Have
Is
you
it?
never heard him speak? It's hilarious.
Apparently
Like,
not.
yeah, yes, sir, Mr. McMahon.
So what, you're saying that if anyone asks for their release, they'll probably get it?
Yes.
Can you imagine if Brock
Okay,
Lesnar
okay.
did that? It's like Paul walks into the fucking office and is like, my client wants to go home.
Unless you're like really low down on the card and have opportunities elsewhere, which you probably don't, then there's literally no reason to give up free money right now, really, is there? Unless you're actually scared that they're forcing you into a ring with 10 people breathing and sweating all over you. I can
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
that.
There's a reason why
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is off television, but they've been instructed not to say his name. Like, he's doing the right thing that should be done. But no, apparently they're employed by an essential business, but they are unessential, according to Heath Slater, Sarah Logan, all of those people. Like, what a fucking terrible situation.
Well, there's that policy they've got, isn't there, where like you're allowed to go home if you want to.
Well, I was
But
going to mention.
WWE's long track record of like being nice is not a thing. So going home if you want to really means when you come back, you're never getting a title shot ever again.
That's
I
what
was
happened
gonna
with
say,
CM
sadly,
Punk.
Keelan's probably correct in that. It's that It's that sort of like, oh, you don't have to go. You don't have to go to the show, but...
You can just sit at home and be a loser. You can just take your ball and go home like CM Punk.
You can just take your respirator and lay down and hope for the best.
You can just lay in an oxygen tank.
One day.
Like a fucking jabroni. You can leave and go. We'll keep doing the essential business. Except for you, Heath, you're fired.
The thing is... Because the thing is...
He's got kids.
Your kids don't matter.
He's got kids to look after.
His kids are on ventilators.
The thing is as well, though, is that when AEW say this, I believe Tony Khan over Vince McMahon. Because, again, like Keelan says, Vince has not exactly got the greatest track record in the world of being a nice guy sometimes. So, when AEW say it, I'm like, okay, fair enough. And they're putting on a title tournament for a TNT title just to kind of replace...
A TNT title? What is it, going to explode?
No, it's just for the channel, TNT. It's a TV network.
Does the channel explode?
It's just a thing to get them through some tapings, I guess.
Yeah, like, at least that when because he actually said in, like, a press conference or something, I can't remember where, but he actually said, this actually won't affect your push. You decide to stay at home because you don't want to get COVID. Fair enough. Don't come. It's fine. Don't come to work. It's fine. Vince, on the other hand, is like, you are essential. You must come to work. Like, I'm just like, what?
You must job out to Drew McIntyre, damn it.
You have to.
Yeah. Anything Vince has ever done for the good of the people that work for him has been after a tragedy or something has forced him to do it. So
yeah, he never does it off his own back, does he?
Unless 10 wrestlers come down with fucking COVID and are on ventilators, then he's just going to keep pushing this until he can't.
Am I the only person who's not shocked that hasn't happened yet?
No.
Like,
Well, didn't some of them have symptoms, not like...
Well, Dana Brooke
mild
isolated, Rey
symptoms?
Mysterio isolated, that's why they weren't at WrestleMania, I think.
You've got to think some of them are vulnerable to it. I know they're all like
lots of them are vulnerable. Roman is vulnerable.
Some of them have ailments, don't they? Especially the older ones.
The older ones, like who?
Well, a lot of them are going to have heart problems that are undetected from years of roidiness and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
But no, they're essential workers, Keelan. So says the government. Not bribed at all.
Yeah, apparently the cutoff line is in Florida. You're deemed an essential entertainment company as long as you have a national audience, because you're part of an Americana, which means basically you're just a fucking propaganda outfit to keep Americans happy.
Wow. What a utopia we live in.
Yeah, it doesn't make a hell
People
of a
need
sense.
wrestling. Whatever would they do without it, says Carmine in the chat. Yeah.
Well, the ratings say otherwise, because no one fucking did the
I was
shit
going to
right now.
say, for an essential business, they're not really pulling in great numbers, are they?
I was listening to Eric Bischoff's podcast because I have an addiction and I don't know why I can't stop listening to it. But Eric brings up a good point where it's like, if he was running a wrestling company right now,
here we go.
At that level, he would just take everything off the air, because at the end of the day, he alludes to, once you lose the audience, it's extremely difficult to get them back. The WWE fans and AEW fans, to a degree, have decided, you know what, I'm not watching this because it's so weird, I just can't watch it. And long term, this could damage WWE, when all WWE need to do, like we've been saying, is just put on 40 years worth of stuff that you have in your media library, right?
Yeah,
and
or,
just
or
do that.
documentaries, or
I was going to
just
say, they've got the Monday Night
remixes of
Wars
stuff.
on all the Ruthless Aggression era documentaries. They're fantastically made.
The 365s, the 24s, they do literally so much shit.
Like, AEW is fucked Like they're kind of at a point where they're gonna have to do like I don't know what they're to just do pay-per-views. I don't know, but the thing is like
they'll have to start putting their like podcast things more often on air.
And
they don't really have a lot of back footage to deal with.
And here's the other thing as well that I thought of, which, okay, WWE might be like, look, we don't want to keep replaying content. We want to keep making new content. I get that. But you know what's another good thing that they do that's on their YouTube channel that I've been really getting into? When they have two competitors who are part of a match sit down and watch the match together.
Oh my god, literally, yes. I've been watching the ones where all of the people that are in a Royal Rumble watch for Royal Rumble, and I'm like, this is great. I remember this being really good, and holy shit, it's still good. Why don't they do this on television? Because you have to push Tamina, that's why.
I bet you someone that's not struggling right now is Xavier Woods with his channel, because he knows what people want to see.
Oh yeah, he's probably just like, this is nothing for me right now. This is all good.
And he was injured anyway, so he was mostly just doing all of this before the pandemic even started. Yeah. So he's got it on lock anyway.
Like, I think another problem with trying to continue wrestling as if nothing happened is like it makes kayfabe even harder to keep. Because in reality, the world is falling to shit, and you expect us to think these athletes are fighting for a title in an empty arena, and this matters? Like, what?
Nothing matters, really.
And that's the thing. Like, their argument is, oh, we're here to put smiles on people's faces, or we're here
Stephanie McMahon needs to just, like, walk off a fucking cliff.
Fucking hell.
She is the most annoying bitch in the whole world.
Whoa.
What an episode this has been.
She is the epitome of bad public relations. She says everything wrong all the time, any given chance, and she has no idea that she's doing it. And I want to kick her in the face.
How many have you had, Keelan?
Keelan cutting a fucking promo over here. Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
She's terrible. When you go back to the China thing, like, she's just a fucking... I want to hit her in the face with a textbook that she probably read, because that's all she did to get a fucking job. What a cunt.
Oh my fucking god. No one is safe. No one is spared.
Keelan has no chill. She's the epitome of, like, silver spoon-fed, born into money.
Oh my god.
Fuck that woman.
And
she's so annoying. And then she'll just smile with a little crinkly nose crinkle. Fuck you.
And then she murdered my child, and then she murdered my family.
By the way,
she is the worst.
We have a news story, breaking news. Stephanie McMahon is currently suing Keelan Balderson for saying that she has a crinkly fucking nose.
I've got minus money. Good luck getting any from me.
What the hell?
You know, I wish fucking the 2K games had intergender matches, because you know what we would fucking do at this point.
That was the most extreme thing I think I've ever heard Keelan say on this show, probably ever.
Wow. He's just pissed because he lost his chance at the title. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Okay, fair enough. Well, I've actually run out of news, so unless something has broken in the past hour, I can't speak in the past hour.
Did you just say last Arab?
No, hour.
Anything happened in the last hour?
He's run out of arrows fighting zombies in the apocalypse. It's over for him.
Hey, you know what?
Can I say something?
Andy, you know what you forgot last time?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what you forgot this time?
What we'll do is we will end on a more somber note.
Hang on, can I just say something?
Oh, yeah, alright, fine.
This is the world's worst apocalypse. It's so fucking boring. Like, do you know the movies like Independence Day or 2012 where there's fucking buildings falling everywhere and volcanoes going off in your face?
Yeah, and we were all dead.
John Cusack there to save you.
We're not far off. As soon as the food supply chains go wrong and you get riots, then we're all fucked.
Yeah, and you look kind of like John Cusack anyway, so... we're not too
And
far.
Virgin Media went down, so
Oh,
good luck
my
with that.
I know,
Lord.
it affected me. Don't tell me something that actually happened to me, Keelan. I fucking know. I lived that.
You know what? You know what makes me laugh about that whole thing, right? So Virgin Media, for our American listeners, is a internet provider
It's the
here.
internet service.
Right. That went down for the entire country the other day. The person that owns it is a man by the name of Richard Branson, right? Richard Branson sued the National Health Service, which is currently probably keeping God knows how many people alive somehow. And then he can't even keep the fucking internet running. And he owns an island! And his airline, right? It's about to go into administration, and he wants the government to bail it out. He's a billionaire who owns a pissing island. No, you bail it out!
Hang on. You're also not mentioning the fact that when other companies were on verge of administration, he was campaigning to the government not to let them give money to these businesses to help them. Oh, Richard, how the tables have turned.
Oh,
How
Richard.
the turntables.
What's Richard short for again? I can't remember. There's like a short name for
Dick.
Richard. Can't remember. But yeah,
Dick.
so that went completely AWOL. I just hate that man with a passion. And oh, by the way,
Here's the super shit list, effective immediately.
Okay.
Number 1, Stephanie McMahon. Number 2, Richard Branson.
I don't know. You could put Steph below Branson.
Oh, okay, we're
just
ranking them
felt-
now, are we? Okay.
number 3. I don't know.
Velveteen Dream.
There you go.
Number 4, Armbar.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll end this one on a very somber note. Last week, legendary WWE ring announcer Howard Finkel tragically passed away, aged 69. It's really weird to say that, because for me, wrestling and Howard Finkel kind of go hand in hand. When I watched the Monday Night Wars, right, and the Attitude Era, it was Howard going, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and you're just like, that's it, that's
I
That's
remember leaving Lincoln, and for about 2 weeks, you were doing weird Finkel impressions for some reason.
and that was before. And the thing is, like, for me, a title change isn't the same unless Howard's doing it. If he doesn't go, no, like it's a bit lame.
Or
I
unless he's
agree.
like
No.
introducing the Royal Rumble like rules. It's like 30 entrants will enter, 2 minutes in between. Like if it's not him doing it, then
I agree with Andy. It's not like you've got your JoJo's and you've got whoever the current guy is who is probably one of the better ring announcers.
Greg Hamilton.
Like I'm going to be honest, he's probably one of the best that they've had since Fink, but it's just not the same. He had that kind of. He made it everything that he said feel important.
Like
You know what I mean?
my favorite.
especially back in the day, like Hogan era.
Mhm.
I remember. I think the first time I came across him was on the. Before I'd ever actually seen wrestling, I had the weird WrestleMania game on the Sega Mega Drive, and
Oh, yeah.
Fink was in that. And it's like he just epitomizes what a ring announcer is. Slightly goofy, but with a strangely like loud voice. It's just
One of my favorite moments in wrestling, and I seem to quote it for no reason around the house during this lockdown, even before Howard Finkel died, was the bit before the Rock and Austin match starts, right? And Howard goes, the following contest is now a no disqualification match. And then JR immediately is like, by God, what the hell? Where did that change? And then literally you just hear smash. Dun, 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 dun. That is a synonymous thing that I don't know why with myself and some of my friends I have back at home. We will quote that, and I don't know why. It's just one of those weird things. And it's so.
But he
yeah.
was also like he also embraced the humor of it. Like okay, Vince McMahon would rip the piss out of him, but he embraced that and became a really funny comedy character at the same time. Like when he came, when Jericho came to the WWF, like he became Jericho's Ralphus for a while, and it was just so funny, so funny.
Remember when he returned as CM Punk's personal ring announcer at one time? That was cool.
And he cried, bless him, he cried.
Yeah, that's how I'll remember
Legends House. Rewatch Legends House. That's such a good reality show that people have overlooked on the network. It's so funny.
Go Flamingo.
Oh my god.
Go Flamingo. It's a shame that most of them are dead now, but yeah, no, good show.
Kim in the chat has said, Andy, we have neighbours, please stop shouting. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, really? Oh.
All the police will come round and ask whether you've got more than anyone in your family in your house, because 1984 is now real.
I don't know if that's actually a thing. But I think on that note, we've actually run out of news. But what I'll do before we go is, does anyone else have a favourite think moment that they want to share?
I just really liked when he returned as CM Punk's announcer, because I haven't really watched many of the old things where it was his time to do all of that stuff, but we all know, everyone tells stories about
now time for the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, he said that. It was cool.
For me, it was whenever he got the chance to go, here is your winner, and you! Like, no one can and no one ever will do it the way he did.
You know what I found really cringy though? Like, not to put Fink down, but do you know how, like, in this country the shitty tabloid newspapers like to pick up on anything that's trending? So they'll write an article and it'll be like the Sun newspaper, and it's like, Howard Finkel, known for a new phrase, has just passed away. It's like, oh, for God's sake. Like, this obviously wasn't written by anyone that knew what wrestling was. Like,
Number
yes, that
5,
was
the Sun journalist who wrote that article.
What about just the Sun newspaper?
Yep, sure.
Just as a whole. Okay.
Yeah, if you run out of toilet paper, there's always that.
Wonderful. Well, on that wonderful note, this has been the Supla. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. I have been Andy Quad. Keelan, say bye.
I have been Keelan.
Liam, say bye.
I am still Liam.
And Sam, say bye.
I will be Sam in the future.
Why do you make bye so weird? Let's just say bye.
I don't mean to, it's just a thing that just happens. So I'm playing the outro now, so that's the thing that's happening. So today, no, you don't have to sing it anymore. That's the point. No, you got to stop doing it. You got to stop doing it. No, please don't go, please. No, please. Ta-da.